What's everybody, it's me Kate. I am back with another video. So in this video, I'll be reviewing Lady and the Tramp. And I really like this movie because the ending was really good. Because the thing I was hoping in the ending that they really were gonna let Tramp join the family, and they also did that in the cartoon version. So it's a bit similar to its cartoon version, except they added a bit differences to some characters, and they also added new characters into the movie that were not really in the movie. And also, if you haven't seen the live action Lady and the Tramp, you can find this on Disneyplus that Disney brought out last Tuesday. If you don't got it, check it out. Also, the characters of Lady and the Tramp pretty much look alike as the characters from the cartoon. Like, for example, Lady, she looks a lot like the cartoon version of herself, because think about it this way. They both have the exact same skin color, the same exact color, except I think Lady's color had like a diamond shape that's like a lightish blue. But in the live action, Lady's color has her name and probably her street number. And also Tramp, he looks very different from the cartoon. If you don't know what I mean, check out the animated version as also. Because in the animated version, he's like a gray, but in the live action, he's a black with a brown, to where his face is. And they also explain how was Tramp all alone, and he was a street dog. They also explain his origin. Also, there is a difference to another character, which were the two cats. If you want to know how, it's because in the live action, they're both girls, but in this movie, they're both boys. Because the actors are both the same, are different people. And if you don't realize this, remember the dog that was like ready to attack Lady? That was probably the dog that was near Lady when she tricked him thinking that she had rabies, which was really a funny scene. And also, Lady and the Tramp is also like, Also, during Tramp's origin story, I think they pretty much did a lesson with the movie, which I really think they did, which is like not to treat someone bad, and I think they really did taught a lesson. And also, what I really loved about Lady and Tramp is that, have you ever got the feeling that you have to ask a question like, how did they get actual dogs to play in the movie? Like, that's like questions you might ask about a TV show or a movie or a game. And also, it's pretty much, because I also used to think that as well, like how did they actually got something like that in the movie even though it's not real? Like, have you ever got the feeling of that? Because it should have been like pretty hard to get a single dog into a movie, and it was probably hard for them to talk, or they like had someone to pretty much talk and make it look like it was the dog who was actually talking. And there was one scene they actually did, which was pretty correct in the animated film, which was the kiss scene. If you don't remember that scene, it was the scene with they had the spaghetti and meatballs, except in this version, I think this was probably in the animated movie or probably not. They have two people cooking spaghetti for them, because when Tramp introduced them to Lady, they were thinking they were probably on the date or something, and they cooked him spaghetti, and that's when the whole kiss scene happened. And remember the baby, they also added the baby into the scene. But the thing is about Lady Tramp is that there was no villain in the movie. Like, I think I know who could have been the villain, really. If instead of the cats, it could have been like if you did see the movie, remember there was like someone trying to catch Tramp. That could have been the villain, or it could have kind of been probably the grandmother, or it was that someone. Like, cause remember with the person with the two cats, that could have been the villain, or the two cats, or the dog. So Lady and the Tramp also, cause Lady and pretty much Tramp did fell for each other when they were both around, and also when the thing that made Lady leave was that is when Tramp told us that when the baby moves in, the dog moves out. And that means that that her owners are going to pay attention to the baby instead of their dog, and that's what Tramp means by that. So that's why he said when the baby moves in, the dog moves out. So he's like, that's probably also a reference to his origin story, because in his origin story, his owners did not really love him. They just tricked him, because his owner just drove something for him and drove back to the car and left him. And he stayed there for a lot and still didn't see his owner come back to him. And that's why he says that owners aren't loyal for what happened to his owners, because they lied to him. So that is all of this video. Make sure you give us a big thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit the post notification bell. See you guys next time.